Welcome back to the Vegan Test Kitchen, everyone. Tonight, we're making enchiladas. I love Mexican, and if you do too, I'm pretty sure you're gonna enjoy this. These are potato and kale enchiladas with roasted chili sauce. I'm excited, I've never made enchiladas before, and if you haven't either, guess what? We're gonna learn together. So it should be a fun night. As always, all the ingredients that you need are listed below. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is start on our roasted chili enchilada sauce. So let's chop up some onion into small dice. Grab a large saucepan and stick it on medium. Once it gets hot, we're gonna throw in our oil and our onions, and we're gonna saute that for 4 to 7 minutes. And don't forget to set your oven to 375. Okay, let's go ahead and add the remaining enchilada sauce ingredients. Our 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, roasted if you can find it. Ancho chili powder, cumin, Mexican oregano or marjoram, sugar, and salt. Along with 1 4-ounce can of roasted green chilies. All right, we're gonna bring this to a simmer, and we're gonna remove it from the heat. All right, while that is getting to a simmer, grab a ½ pound of kale and 1 pound of potatoes. You can either do red or Yukon. Give them a good rinse, and we're gonna chop them up. If you don't want to peel them, I don't suppose you have to. The cookbook told me to. All right, we're gonna remove it from the heat. Before you start chopping those, prepare another pot of water for our potatoes to boil. We're gonna boil these for about 20 minutes. Back to our kale. We're gonna chop this kale finely. And go ahead and mince 4 garlic cloves. Go ahead and prepare 3 tablespoons of lime juice while you're at it. All right, let's taste our enchilada sauce for salt. And then after that, we're gonna use an immersion blender. You can stick it into a normal blender. We're gonna puree that until smooth. Okay, our potatoes are done, so we're gonna drain these and set aside. All right, in the same pot, we're gonna cook our olive oil and garlic over a medium-low heat. And we're just gonna stir this until it gets lightly browned and it starts sizzling. While we're getting there, we're gonna toast our pepitas. So grab your pumpkin seeds, put this on a medium to low heat, and we're gonna toast these for about 4 to 6 minutes. All right, now that our garlic is sauteed enough, we're gonna add our kale, sprinkle it with a little salt, and we're gonna stir this constantly to make sure everything is covered in the oil. All right, once we're there, we're gonna partially cover it, raise the heat to a medium, and we're gonna let this wilt for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, grab your toasted pepitas and coarsely chop them. Okay, our kale is wilting, so let's go ahead and grab a cast iron skillet, or if you have a griddle, get that, lightly oil it, and we're gonna put it on like a medium heat because we're gonna toast our tortillas on this. We're just really warming them up. And let's go ahead and add our 1/4 cup of vegetable broth or water, our lime juice, potatoes, salt, and cumin, along with our pumpkin seeds. We're gonna give this a good stir. We're gonna mash some of these potatoes with the back of this spoon. And we're gonna cook this for another 3 to 4 minutes until mostly everything's absorbed. All right, maybe we're gonna turn this down to a low. All right, it looks like most of the vegetable broth is absorbed. So we're gonna turn the heat off. Don't forget to taste it for salt or lime juice. All right, it is assembly time, finally. So grab a casserole dish. You want this to be at least 11.5 by 7.5 inches. And we're also gonna grab a pie plate. We're gonna put about 3/4 cup of this sauce in it. This is what we're gonna drop our tortillas in and soak them. And we're also gonna put a bit of this in the bottom of our casserole dish. All right, there are lots of ways to assemble these enchiladas, what they said in the book. So you can take one enchilada, or you can take two, sort of like a Venn diagram, and make a larger enchilada. I'm just using one. All right, we're gonna soften these for about 30 seconds on each side. All right. Yep, that's hot. And then we're gonna dip this into our enchilada sauce. We're just gonna cover each side. And we're just gonna put some of this filling right down the middle. Gonna roll it up, and we're gonna stick it in our casserole dish. All right, now this is bound to get messy, so maybe you should grab a couple people, have an enchilada party. Now that we're done with that, we're gonna put about 1 cup of this sauce over the top, and we're gonna make sure to save the rest for later. Put just a little bit more. We're gonna cover this tightly with foil, and we're gonna bake this for 25 minutes. Fun fact! Chili powder and chili powder are actually two separate things. Chili powder is just ground dried chili peppers, while chili powder, in addition to the ground peppers, also has ingredients like paprika, oregano, cumin, and even salt. Ancho powder is made from ground poblano peppers, has a mild heat, and has an earthy, smoky flavor. Chipotle powder is made from smoked, mature red jalapenos, tends to be on the spicier side, and also has a smoky flavor. And cayenne powder is of course made from ground cayenne peppers, is quite a bit hotter than the others, and even has health benefits like stimulating the digestive tract and reducing inflammation. So the next time you need to use chili powder, try switching it up. You just might like it. All right, we're gonna remove this because our 25 minutes is up. And we're gonna stick this back in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. We want these edges of the tortillas to be lightly browned. All right, they are a little bit browned on the edges, so I think we're good. I'm starving. I'm warming up the remaining enchilada sauce because we're gonna drizzle it over the final product. All right, let's try it. Now I also put a dollop of sour cream on there. We are going to be making some cilantro sour cream later on, so be sure to check that one out. But this is just the Kroger brand plant-based sour cream, which is actually pretty good. This is a perfect enchilada. Obvious corn taste. The filling is wonderful with the kale and the garlic. This is really good. I'm gonna try some sour cream on it. This is really good, y'all. If you've never made enchiladas before, or if you have and you just want a new recipe, you gotta do this. It's really freaking good. So the cookbook did say this was supposed to make, I believe, 10 to 12. Hold on. Take that back. 4 to 6. I made more than it was supposed to make. I think it was because I put less filling in, and I also didn't do 2 tortillas with 1 enchilada. Just do what you want. If you do it like me, you'll get more. And these are pretty filling. All right, this is one of my favorite recipes out of the cookbook. This is fantastic. If you like Mexican, you gotta make it. No other choice. That's all there is to say about it. All right, y'all, I hope you liked what you saw today. If you did, hit a thumbs up. I would love you for it. And make sure to share and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. You gotta make this. I'll see y'all next time. While we're at it, let's get to know our other chili powders. Chili powders.